Hello everyone, this is James here. So my presentation is on Jake Shimabukuro. I'm very excited to do this because I'm a big fan of him and I heard about him all the way from California. So we start off with Jake. He's a Hawaiian ukulele virtuoso. And first we'll start off by defining what is a virtuoso. A virtuoso is a musician with mastery, style, technique, or personal style. Keep in mind all these three elements as we view examples of Jake playing the ukulele. And see whether or not he has these three traits about him. Now, some background information about Jake. He was a Japanese American born in Honolulu, Hawaii. Um, he started playing the ukulele at the age of 4. That's a very early age. He's quoted saying that he fell in love with the ukulele at the first chord and has been playing it ever since. He's considered by many to be a virtuoso on the ukulele. I myself consider him a virtuoso. And keep in mind, and you'll see why many people think this as we view his examples. He began his solo career in 2002, but before that he had been in two previous trios and bands. And he toured in Japan and the US very extensively after he had signed his solo career. Jake also has a broad range of influences on his music. All of them were various different artists that influenced him as he was growing up, and people that just had a good influence on him. So now we'll go more onto his musical influences. Musical styles. He's, like I said earlier, he's influenced by many types of music. Here are a few examples of like jazz, funk, rock, flamenco, classical, folk music, and bluegrass. Unfortunately, we won't be able to um, see all of those. But to start off, is a video of Jake when he first became famous. This is his viral video on YouTube called Ukulele Weeps. It's a cover of George Harrison's While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Alright, let me play that for you. So, how was that? I hope you all enjoyed that. As you can see, that was a very non-traditional way of playing the ukulele. As Jake said himself, one of his goals for playing the ukulele is to show everyone what you can do with the ukulele and to expand the possibilities while playing the ukulele. As you can see there, it's a very fast way. It's like almost like having a guitar solo except on an ukulele. And as you can see that he was like very into it. I kind of call this new style of his called like a new wave of ukulele, like a new wave taking over and broadening the horizons, breaking boundaries and things like that. For further examples, we're going to go into one of my favorites from him. It's called Let's Dance. And let's jump straight into this. So then, big difference from the earlier one, right? Completely different sound from what you heard earlier, and a completely different sound from the more common way, or the popular way of playing the ukulele. So let's stop and analyze this for a second. This is a very Latin-based influenced song. He, more precisely, it'd be flamenco influence, as Jake himself once said about that song. Um, Title of the song is Let's Dance, and he made it so that it's very easily, or you could easily dance to this song. Coming from a social dance class and learning about Latin dances, I can see how this fits in very well to that scene. Now, this is very different from the other song itself, Ukulele Weeps, because this one has a passion to it, like as you feel in other other Latin dancing songs. Well, the other one was a more of a smooth into fast. This one was more of a fast into more fast and slow down. Let's go on to the next song, which is a bluegrass influence called Orange World. Oopsies. Sorry about that. So this is Orange World. I hope you guys like that example too. Now, as I said earlier, this is a very bluegrass influenced song. It comes close to sounding like a banjo many times too. I often, when I first heard it, I mistook it as sounding like a banjo. Um, as It was also very different from the previous other song or example, Let's Dance, because like you see, this one's more of a fun jamming, feeling when you're jamming, but the other one's more influenced towards dancing. As you can see, Jake was very good at syncretism, like combining two different elements, two contrasting elements, and combining them into one. And this is what makes him a virtuoso in many minds of other people, not only because of the way that he plays the ukulele so different and so well, and breaking the standard way of playing the ukulele, but he also does it well and combines other cultures, music, and other play styles of playing and incorporates it into the ukulele. So now to summarize all this, so to start off with, Jake has had many influences that affected his musical sound, coming from cultures all over the world. And I hope by now that I convinced you that he is indeed a virtuoso, and that no one has really ever heard of anyone playing the ukulele this way before, at least not that I know of. It's a very non-traditional way of playing the ukulele, and it's a very good way, and it's a new wave, like I said earlier. And also to emphasize that his syncretism of combining two contrasting elements and putting them together using the ukulele. Very hard feat, but he does it very well and is enjoyed by many other people. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and goodbye and aloha.